Day. So the key for today is one of my favorite topics. It's not a repeat topic, but it's very close to one that we've talked about in the past. So today's message might be the most important one that you hear this week, as always for Motivational Monday, because it's about a battle we all face, and that has to come with self-doubt. So we all feel it, whether you're starting a fitness journey, whether you're rebuilding your health, chasing a big goal, there comes that voice. You're not good enough. You're going to mess it up again. Who do you think you are? You're not going to be able to accomplish this. There's always that bit of self-doubt in your mind. So let me tell you something. You don't beat your self-doubt with hype. You beat it with evidence. And that's today's message. Evidence over emotion. So let's go. So let's start here. Self-doubt is emotional. It's not factual. Your doubt is based on past failures, fear of judgment, lack of momentum, or honestly, just being tired. But guess what? Your emotions are not reliable advisors. They're data, but they aren't always truth. Feeling unmotivated doesn't mean you're weak. Feeling uncertain doesn't mean you're unqualified. And feeling behind doesn't mean you're doomed. But most people believe their emotions more than they believe their actions. And that ends today. Because here's what I want you to imagine. That you've got a confidence bank account. And every time that you follow through on something that's hard, you make a deposit. Every time you show up when you didn't feel like it, you make another deposit. And every time you make a better choice, a better habit, or a better effort, deposit, deposit, deposit. This is the stuff self-doubt can't argue with. Because self-doubt says you'll never stick with it. But your bank says, I work out 3 days just last week. I walked after dinner every night. I said no to junk food even when I was stressed. Deposit, deposit, deposit. That's proof. And here's the cool thing. You don't have to feel confident. You just need to act in a way that builds confidence. Because self-doubt dies when discipline lives. Now, I want you to think about your internal script. What's the story you're telling yourself? Because here's the truth. You will live up to the identity you repeat most often. If your story is, I always quit, I'm bad at this, I'm not motivated as other people, then your body and your brain will follow. But if you rewrite it, I'm someone who shows up. I'm someone who doesn't break promises to myself. I'm someone who is building something permanent. Then that story changes everything. You're not lying to yourself. You're just starting to live in alignment with your effort, not your emotions. So here's the challenge I have for you this week, and I'm serious about this. I want you to stack your proof every single day. And here's how. Every morning, I want you to commit to one action that builds confidence. Something that's small, something that's clear. Maybe it's to walk 10 minutes. Maybe it's to do a morning stretch. Maybe it's to prep a healthy lunch. It doesn't matter how small, just do it. And then every night, I want you to document it. Write it down. I did X. That's your deposit. That's your proof. And at the end of the week, I want you to read it back to yourself. And you'll see that I didn't feel confident, but I acted anyway. I didn't wait for motivation. I just made moves. And that's what changes you. So I want you to post it in the group if you want accountability, or at least text it to a friend, or just say it out loud to yourself. But make sure that it's real, because let me wrap this up. Self-doubt will always try to show up. It's not about avoiding it. It's about showing it your receipts. And you've got them. Every time you take action, you collect evidence. So don't argue with self-doubt. Don't explain yourself to it. Just outwork it. Because in the end, confidence isn't a feeling. It's the result of stacked proof. And you start stacking it today. So overall, you already get one bit of proof because you're up at 7:45 on a Zoom call talking about stacking proof. So you've already got one in your bank account for today. So let's keep it going. Start logging that in, post it to the group, post it to a friend, at least have some level of accountability, and let's go get it this week. All right, thanks team. I'll see you in the gym.